Hello, it's Laura International Academy. Teacher Reham Shارب. Hello my dear students, how are you? I hope that you are all doing well and happy. Today our lesson is for the 4th grade. It's a grammar lesson about simple past. Before starting our lesson, we have to know what are the outcomes that we have to achieve at the end of our lesson. شو هي الأهداف اللي لازم إنه نحققها مع نهاية الدرس. The first thing is to use the simple past tense correctly. The second thing is to use D and ED adding rule correctly. There are 4 important points we have to talk about in our lesson. First thing is the use, استخدام القاعدة. The form, شكل القاعدة. D and ED adding rules, قواعد إضافة D وال ED للأفعال الماضية. And the last thing, keywords, الكلمات المفتاحية للقاعدة. Okay, when do we use simple past tense? متى بنستخدم simple past tense? We use simple past to talk about an action started and finished in the past. نستخدم الزمن الماضي للتحدث عن شيء started بدأ and finished وانتهى في الماضي. Example, مثال. We visited a museum yesterday. زرنا المتحف أمس. Yesterday is the last day. Started the action of visiting the museum. الحدث زيارة الميوزيوم started and finished بدأ وانتهى last day بالماضي. It's not today. What is the form of this structure? شو هو شكل القاعدة؟ Simple past tense. The first thing we have it is a subject. As you know, my dear student, our English sentence begins with a subject. إحنا باللغة الإنجليزية نبدأ بالفاعل. It's the opposite of the Arabic language, عكس اللغة العربية. جملتنا الأفirmative begins with a subject, it's followed by a verb and object. The subject is divided into noun and pronoun. Noun, concrete nouns, أسماء صريحة like علي, أسماء, boys, cat, girls, Lena, any name. The pronoun is thing that replaces the noun, إشي يحل محل الاسم. ضمائر. He for the male, بدل ما أحكي علي I can say he. بدل أسمى she for the female للأنثى. Boys جمع نحكي بدلهم they هم. Cat, it, girls, Lena. ممكن أحكي ضمائر المتكلم we نحن. I the speaker pronoun ضمير المتكلم أنا. This is for the first part of our sentence, which is the subject. Any subject needs a verb or does a verb. كل فاعل له فعل. The verb here is in its second form and second tense. هو بالتصريف الثاني وليس التصريف الأول. الأول بيكون present. أنا قاعدتي simple past, so it's verb 2. Then it's followed by an object. The verb in the simple past is divided into 2 parts. الفعل عندي بهذه القاعدة يقسم إلى قسمين. The first one is regular verb, which is فعل منتظم. The second one is irregular verb, غير منتظم. What do we mean by regular and irregular verbs? Excellent students. Regular verbs end with ed or d. مثال play, played. We add ed for the verb. حولته من المضارع للماضي بإضافة ed. Irregular verb ولاحظ زدت ال أعطتني opposite of the word. يعني regular شو عكسها irregular غير منتظم. It changed its shape. بيغير شكل الفعل. Go ما حكيت going ما ضفت ed حكيت went. تغير كل شكل الكلمة. Okay my dear student. This is for the second part of our lesson. Now we will talk about the third piece of information. المعلومة الثالثة المهمة اللي رح نحكي عنها. When do I add D and when do I add ED? We add D when the verb ends with دي للفعل الماضي لما الفعل أصلا يكون منتهي بإي، ففقط بحتاج لدي. example like it ends with إي، انتهت بإي، so I add only D. liked. When do I add ed? Excellent boys. We add ed when the verb doesn't end with e. إذا الفعل ما انتهى بإي like walk انتهى بإي. No, it doesn't end with e. So I have to add ed. walk, walked. هيك بنكون انهينا الفكرة الثالثة من الدرس. متى بنستخدم دي إذا كان الفعل ينتهي ends with e and ed when the verb doesn't end with e. Okay, now let's move for the fourth part, which is the keywords. الكلمات المفتاحية. من اسمها key words. key معناها مفتاح. It opens my mind. بتفتح مخي to know what is the suitable tense that I have to use. بتفتح مخي لأعرف إيش الزمن الصحيح اللي أستخدمه للجملة. What are the key words for the simple past? Excellent boys and girls. In the past في الماضي. In the morning في الصباح. Yesterday أمس. Ago قبل. كيف استخدم كلمة ago مش لحالها؟ نحكي for example 3 days ago قبل 3 أيام. 2 weeks ago قبل أسبوعين. So we have talked about the use, about the form, D and ED adding rules, the key words. And now, my dear students, is the most enjoyable part of our lesson. They are the exercises and activities. هلا كلياتنا نجهز حالنا be ready for the questions. أعطيتكم 3 forms of the question. The first form is أول شكل من التمارين اللي ممكن تيجي على قاعدة simple past. Change the following verbs into past tense. يلا مع بعض نحول كلمة live learn into a simple past verb. يلا نحولهم مع بعض simple past. What do I have to add? شو لازم أزيد؟ Great. I will let you a minute. أنا بخلي معكم مجال حتى تجاوب قبل ما أنا أجاوب. Good. Live it ends with E. So I only add D. I only add D. So it becomes lived. Lived. What about the second word? Learn. Learn. بمعنى يتعلم. It doesn't end with E. ما انتهت ب E. So what do I have to add? Okay, I'm so proud of you. فخورة فيكم انكم تعرفوا كل الأجوبة. Thank you, my dear student. I have to add ED because it doesn't end with E. Learned. Learned. What about moving to the next question? خلينا نروح للسؤال الثاني. Fill in the blanks with the correct answers. I have to fill in the blanks with the correct answers بالإجابة الصحيحة. Women space bread in the past. The first thing I have to look for, what is it? أول شيء لازم أدور عليه هو الكي وورد عشان أعرف أي زمن أحل على البريزنت، على الكونتينيوس المستمر، على الباست، على الماضي. Excellent student. In the past في الماضي هي الكي وورد. So I have to put here the verb بأي شكل؟ الأول الثاني الثالث. Good. بالشكل الثاني. So it becomes bake بمعنى يخبز. It becomes baked. I add only D لأنها انتهت ب E. So it's baked. Number 2. I space I feel 3 days ago. Where is the key word? When مفتاح. Excellent. Let's go. 3 days ago. قبل 3 أيام. Okay, what's the suitable verb that I have to put? It's watch بمعنى يشاهد. طب كيف أنا بدي أحطها بالماضي؟ Excellent. Excellent, girls and boys. Watched. I watched. I add ed. Why do I add ed? Because it doesn't end with e. Now it's my favorite game and your favorite game. تتذكروا الجيمز اللي كنا دائما نلعبها؟ It's correct the mistake. I will let you a minute. راح أعطيك دقيقة to find out the mistakes, تجد الأخطاء in these two sentences. Start, my dear students. The first one, Asma helps her mother in the morning. I used computer yesterday. You have a minute, يلا معكم دقيقة to find out the mistakes in the two sentences. Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you. Good. Now, Asma helps her mother in the morning. عندي one keywords in the morning. يعني هاي احنا بدي جملة simple past الزمن الماضي. The verb should be in the second form بالجزء أو بالتصريف الثاني. So it has to be held. لازم تكون عندي ed held لأنه أنا بحكي بالsimple past. بزبط أحط المضارع. Excellent. Number 2. Who did find the mistake? أنا متأكد إن الكل شاف وين الخطأ. Used. It is not correct answer. مش كتابة صحيحة. Why? لأنه أصلاً use ends with e. So I have only to add d. The correct writing of this word is used without double e. Only one e. Excellent, my dear student. I hope that you enjoyed the lesson today and I hope that you understood everything. So, I think that you are able to use the simple past tense, to use the d and ed adding rule correctly, and to know the keywords of the simple past. Have a nice day, my dear student. Goodbye.